The body was found on the outskirts of Paris, a city still reeling from the aftermath of war. The streets, once bustling with life, now held an eerie silence, as if the city itself mourned the loss. A woman, elegant even in death, lay motionless. Her grace and poise were unmistakable, even in such a tragic state. She was a figure of intrigue, a woman whose life was as enigmatic as her death. Her name, Krystyna Skarbek, but the world knew her as Christine Granville, a name that struck fear into the hearts of her enemies and inspired admiration among her allies. She was a woman of many faces, many secrets. She was a legend, a master spy who had served Britain with unmatched courage during the war. Her exploits were the stuff of legend, her bravery unparalleled. She had infiltrated enemy lines, gathered crucial intelligence and saved countless lives. Now she was just another victim, another casualty in the shadows of conflict. The war had ended, but the battles she fought were far from over. The scars of war were etched deep into her soul, and now they had claimed her life. But her death was no random act. It was a puzzle, a mystery, waiting to be unraveled. The clues were scattered, hidden in the shadows of the city she once navigated with ease. It was murder, cold and calculated, shrouded in mystery. The detectives knew they were dealing with something far more sinister than a simple crime. The stakes were high, and the truth was buried deep. Who would want to silence Churchill's favorite spy? The list of suspects was long, filled with those who had reason to fear her, to hate her. She had made powerful enemies, and now one of them had struck the final blow. The streets of Paris held their breath as the investigation unfolded. Shadows moved in the night, whispers of conspiracy and betrayal echoed through the alleys. The city was a labyrinth of secrets, and somewhere within it lay the key to her murder. The newspapers were filled with speculation, theories about who could have committed such a heinous act. Was it a former lover, a jealous rival, or an enemy from her past missions? The world watched, waiting for answers. The detectives worked tirelessly, piecing together the fragments of her life, her missions, her enemies. Each clue brought them closer to the truth, but also deeper into the web of intrigue that surrounded her. Secret files were opened, revealing the hidden chapters of her life, her bravery, her sacrifices, and the dangers she faced. The more they uncovered, the more they realized the magnitude of her legacy. As dawn broke over Paris, the city awoke to a new day, but the shadow of her death still lingered. The investigation continued, driven by the need for justice, for closure. Christine Granville's story was far from over, and the truth, though elusive, was within reach. Born in Warsaw, Krystyna Skarbek was an adventurer from the start. She loved skiing, horseback riding, and the thrill of a challenge. But her world changed forever when the Nazis invaded Poland. Driven by a fierce patriotism, she joined the resistance. Her courage and quick thinking caught the attention of British intelligence. She was recruited into the Special Operations Executive, a secret organization tasked with waging war behind enemy lines. Her code name, Christine Granville. Christine Granville was a natural. She possessed a rare combination of charm, intelligence, and steely resolve. She could slip into any role, speak multiple languages, and think on her feet. Churchill himself was said to be captivated by her daring and effectiveness. She became one of his most trusted agents, carrying out dangerous missions across Europe. Her courage and ingenuity saved countless lives and helped turn the tide of the war. One of Christine's most daring missions took her to Nazi-occupied France. The country was under tight control, with German soldiers patrolling the streets, and the Gestapo ever watchful for any signs of resistance. The atmosphere was tense, and the stakes were incredibly high. She parachuted into the country, carrying vital information for the resistance. The drop was perilous, executed under the cover of darkness to avoid detection. As she descended, she knew that any mistake could cost her life. The information she carried was crucial for the Resistance's next big operation. Once on the ground, Christine quickly made contact with local resistance fighters. She evaded capture by constantly changing her appearance and location. She organized resistance groups, coordinated sabotage operations, and gathered intelligence on German troop movements. Her efforts significantly disrupted German operations, giving the Allies a much-needed edge. Another mission involved a daring escape from Gestapo headquarters. Christine had been captured during a raid and was taken to the notorious Gestapo headquarters for interrogation. The building was a fortress, heavily guarded and nearly impossible to escape from. She had been captured and sentenced to death. The Gestapo was known for their brutal interrogation techniques, and Christine knew that her time was running out. Despite the dire situation, she remained calm and composed, formulating a plan to escape. But, using her quick wit and charm, she convinced her captors that she was a distant relative of a high-ranking German officer. She spun a convincing tale, complete with fabricated details that made her story believable. The Gestapo, wary of making a mistake, decided to verify her story before proceeding with her execution. They released her and she continued her work, undeterred. Christine's escape was nothing short of miraculous, and it only strengthened her resolve to fight against the Nazi regime. She went on to carry out more missions, each one as daring and dangerous as the last. Her bravery and ingenuity became legendary, inspiring countless others to join the resistance and fight for freedom. Section 5. A fateful flight. After the war, Christine's life took a tragic turn. She struggled to find her place in a world at peace. She had sacrificed everything for her country, but she felt forgotten, adrift. Then, in 1952, she booked a passage on a ship bound for South America. She was starting a new life, or so she hoped, but fate had other plans. Section 6. Whispers of betrayal. On that ship, Christine met a man, a fellow passenger, charming and mysterious. He called himself Jacques Lorent, but his true identity remains a mystery. They began an affair, but it was short-lived and tumultuous. Some believe Lorent was not who he claimed to be. Was he a jealous lover, a spurned admirer, or was he connected to Christine's past, a ghost from her wartime days seeking revenge? Section 7. The Gestapo connection. Another theory points to Christine's mysterious past as a spy. She had made many enemies during the war, particularly within the ruthless Gestapo. It was known that some Gestapo officers had escaped justice and were living under assumed identities. Could one of them have tracked Christine down, seeking revenge for their wartime defeats and betrayals? Section 8. The price of freedom. The truth about Christine Granville's death remains elusive. Was it a crime of passion, a jealous rage? Or was she the victim of her past, hunted down by those who sought to silence her forever? Whatever the answer, her death was a tragic end for a woman who had given so much for freedom. She had risked everything for her country, only to be cut down in her prime, her story left unfinished. Section 9. A legacy shrouded in mystery. Christine Granville's death sent shockwaves through the intelligence community. It served as a stark reminder of the personal cost of espionage. Her sacrifice, though shrouded in mystery, cemented her legacy as one of the bravest and most effective spies of the war. Her story continues to fascinate, a testament to the courage and resilience of those who fight in the shadows, often unrecognized, their sacrifices known only to a select few. Section 10. The enduring allure of the spy. Spies have always fascinated us, capturing our imaginations through books, films, and real-life stories. Their world is one of intrigue, danger, and high stakes, where every move can mean the difference between life and death. The mystery of Christine Granville's death is a reminder that the world of espionage is one of secrets, betrayals, and hidden agendas. Christine Granville, one of the most celebrated female spies of World War II, lived a life shrouded in mystery and danger. Her bravery and cunning made her a legend, but her untimely death left many questions unanswered. It is a world where the lines between truth and fiction are blurred, and where the stakes are often life and death. Spies operate in a realm where deception is the norm and trust is a rare commodity. They navigate a labyrinth of lies and half-truths, always one step ahead of their enemies. The tools of their trade, hidden cameras, secret codes, and clandestine meetings, add to the mystique. Her story continues to capture the imagination, a testament to the enduring allure of the spy. Christine Granville's exploits during the war, from daring missions behind enemy lines to her ability to gather crucial intelligence, have been the subject of countless books and films. Her life story is a blend of courage, intelligence, and a touch of glamour, making her an iconic figure in the annals of espionage. the enigmatic figure who operates in the shadows, shaping history from the wings. Spies like Granville are the unsung heroes who have played pivotal roles in shaping the course of history. Their contributions often go unrecognized, but their impact is undeniable. The allure of the spy lies in their ability to influence events from behind the scenes, to be the invisible hand that guides the course of nations. This enduring fascination with spies speaks to our love of mystery and adventure, and our admiration for those who dare to live on the edge.